I will say a hick dog does holler. Oh my goodness. Boy, oh boy, this boy is mad, bruh. This boy is big mad. Byron Donalds is big mad over Jasmine Crockett. So you all know the last video I did about Jasmine Crockett just ethering freaking Byron Donalds.
And that even means some of our skinfolk who definitely are not our kinfolk, such as Byron Donalds, who are going to continue to say that, like, I mean, the fact that you sitting around talking about life was better under Jim Crow, like, is this because you don't understand history? Or literally it's because you married a white woman and so you think that that whitewashed you? I'm not really sure.
Damn. Well, Byron Donalds is out here having a full-on blown meltdown. This boy is crying. And he's talking about Jasmine Crockett and what she says. First things out of his mouth is talking about liberal policy. Oh, they hate me because I'm a black conservative and I don't support liberal crazy policy.
First of all, I'm tired of that BS. First and foremost, it got nothing to do with my wife. Let's just put that right out in the open. They're mad because I'm a conservative Republican and I'm not a Democrat who believes in crazy liberal policy. Sir,
Are you crazy or am I crazy? Did we not just hear you try and speak favorably of Jim Crow? Is that not what you did? And now you want to talk about liberal policy and crazy policy? I would argue that at least half, all right, at least half, because we still do have those white ignorants of the Republican Party. So at least half of the country would agree that someone supporting Jim Crow would be lunacy, would be crazy, okay? Do you not understand that you're part of the party that had a Confederate flag in the Capitol? What are you talking about? Do you not understand you're part of the party who supports that? Like, what are we talking about here, bruh? Crazy liberal policy. I think that's pretty crazy liberal policy. You want to know what I think is pretty crazy policy? What's going on right now in this administration? Let me get this straight. Riddle me this, Batman. How are you going to tank the economy and then cut social programs? What do you think that leads to? Do you think that's America first? Because I don't see how that's America first. We see that millions of Americans aren't seeing that as America first. So I would argue that's really the crazy policy. But he goes on further with his stupidity. Bro, man, this boy is hollering from the rooftops. He's hollering so loud. He goes on and does the obvious. I was expecting it. He goes on, lists off a whole bunch of Democrats who have white husbands or white spouses, right? He says, Ketanji Brown Jackson has a white husband. Kamala Harris has a white husband. So-and-so has a white husband.
Kamala Harris, her husband's white. Ketanji Brown Jackson, her husband's white. They not say anything about those two dudes or the fact that they married white men because they follow Democratic liberal ideology.
What? Listen. Let me break this down for all you white ignorants. Let me just break this down for you. And you black ignorants as well. The issue is not the spouse. The issue is what type of spouse would get with a certified coon. That's the issue. The issue is what type of spouse would get with a certified race trader, a Sambo. That's the issue. I've said this before. We are the only group of people that can't chastise our own. All right? We're the only group of people because you know that the slave masters will fight to death over their property. You criticize Byron Donalds, you will have 20, 50, 100 white Republicans talking about, leave him alone, all right? He's an independent thinker, okay? You leave him alone. You're just a racist. They will fight to death over their property, okay? That's what the slave masters do. But when you talk about, as far as a white person they don't like, they're just a liberal crazy. Just white liberals are destroying the country. Wait, what do you mean white liberals are destroying the country? That's interesting. So now you see race, okay? But when we say, hey, this is a coon, this is a sample, it's a race trader, now we're racist? Now we're the bad guys? They're just a free thinker. Because that's how they shield them. You have to understand. They shield their property by labeling them free thinkers, okay? Free thinkers. Up until the point they're useless to them. To the point that they become useless to them, then they're enemies. We saw this in broad daylight with Candace Owens. Candace Owens was taught all this anti-black rhetoric, and they loved her. The whites and the white Jews, they loved her. They were hand in hand, just, yes, go, Candace. Go, you speak the truth. You tell these Negroes. And then sure enough, she started saying, well, hold on. Why y'all get treated differently? Well, hold on. How is this happening? Oh, she's a anti-Semite. I don't know. She's lost her mind. She's part of the liberal crazies now. I don't know what happened to her. That's how that works, bro. That's how that works. So when it comes to Brian Donalds, and that's what they're doing right now. They will defend him to the end. Because, as I said before, the issue is not about the color of your spouse. To be honest with you, most people do not care. The issue is what type of spouse would get with Steven from Django.
I miss you like a hog miss fly, like a baby miss mammy's titty.
What type of spouse would get from Steven Django? Because you can have Jews calling out other Jews and saying they're self-hating Jews for supporting Gaza. You can have white people calling other white people saying, hey, you're a self-hating white person for supporting anti-white racism in the country, okay? That's why they love Trump so much, because he listens to their foolishness. But when it's a black person saying, hey, this is an anti-black racist, now we're the bad guys. Oh, you're just a hater. You're just a racist, okay? You're just mad that they're an independent free thinker, okay? That's what it is. You're just mad that they won't cave to what you believe, okay? They're a free thinker. I find that fascinating, absolutely fascinating. So when it comes to Ketanji Brown Jackson, when it comes to Kamala Harris, when it comes to any of these individuals, the issue is not the spouse. The issue is you, pimpin'. The issue, I would argue, that a strong black woman, that is in high demand. All right, we now having to fight freaking Latinos. We having to fight white dudes. We now having to fight everybody. I would argue that a strong black man is in high demand. Okay, black women are having to fight Latinas. They having to fight white girls. They having to fight Asians. So that's not the issue. The issue is what type of coon is in demand. Because I don't know anyone who is not racist, who is not an anti-black racist, that would get with the Sambo. That's the issue. So the issue has nothing to do with the skin color. The issue has to do with what type of woman would get with your goofy, self-hating self. And that would, most people would say, is someone who hates black people. That would be the argument. Someone who hates black people would probably get with a self-hating black person. The party that hates black people would probably have a self-hating black person and send them out to do all their dirty work, which is exactly what you are, Byron. You're absolutely nothing more than a Sambo who gets sent out to do the white Republicans' dirty work. That's it. Nothing more, everything less.
Damn.
And the last part that got me I was on the ground laughing, is when he goes and talks about no one puts words in my mouth. I speak for myself, okay, when I say what I have to say.
Nobody tells me what to say. I don't use talking points. When somebody asks me a question, you basically know how I feel about it because I'm telling you right then and there.
Bro, what are you talking about, huh? Why are you acting like you your own man? Bro, they literally have you getting patted on your head, fam, for voting according to how they wanted you to vote. When was the last time you spoke out against Trump? You are literally on video calling this man daddy.
They're going to be like, this is the stability that we were asking for. Daddy's back.
I miss you like a hog miss fly.
What are you talking about? Huh? And in the meantime, between time, they have smacked you down for everything that you've tried to achieve. When you wanted to be Speaker of the House, they said no, Negro. When they were gassing you up, oh, you may be the next VP, they said no, Negro. And you're about to get smacked down when it comes to Florida governor. Because DeSantis like, I don't think so. So what are you talking about? Every chance you got to try and escalate or take the ladder up to higher senior level in the Republican Party, they said, no, Negro, okay? You're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Sit your little Negro butt down. You got your little wife and your little coon family. Be happy with that, all right? Just stay there and be happy with that. The adults, the white men of the party are going to be running things, okay? You just stay right where you are, all right? Don't worry about it. We got it, okay? The adults are in charge. That's how they've been treating you this entire time, Byron. So the audacity, the gall of you to say like you're some type of self-made man or something, right? Like you are some type of person who's like, I don't listen to what they have to say. That's exactly what you do, okay, pimpin'? Because you try and get out of line with MAGA and see how fast you lose your seat. See how fast your governorship, that race, goes bye-bye, the way of the dinosaur. You try and do that.
Daddy's back.
Mr. Byron Donalds, you're a goofball, all right? How do you think you got your record sealed from all the foolishness and the criminal activity that you were doing? Huh? What are you talking about? They have your balls, bro. They got your huevos. So I don't want to hear any of this nonsense. don't want to hear any of these talking points. All right? Talking about I don't support crazy policy. Bro, you are just absolutely, you are a blight on black people, but not only on black people, but on the human race itself. You are a clown. You are a minstrel show. You are nothing more than Steven from Django in a suit. That's all you are. And I don't know if he knows this because he must go home to his family just crying. He has to go home. Do you understand the mental toll it takes on you? Because you have to, it's honestly like Severance, bruh. You have to have a coon, and then you have to have, I don't know what he is at home.
He's out of line, but he's right.
You are not allowed to be proud of who you are. Byron, you're not allowed in the party because they don't see you that. Remember, you're colorblind. You remember that? So I find it interesting, but I'm all ears to hear how he runs for governor because I would love for him to say, well, I'll be the first black governor of Florida. What do you mean the first black governor? I know he can't say that. He definitely can't say that because, like I said, they're colorblind. They don't see color. All they see is merit. And apparently you have been without merit this entire time. That's why you haven't gotten anywhere in the party. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. Whether or not you believe it. That's why you're making a race show. It has nothing to do with race. That's the whole point. That we are colorblind. We don't see color. Or if you haven't believed, bro, you don't even believe that. The country doesn't believe that. The literal Constitution of the United States of America doesn't believe that. The laws that we have on the books don't believe that. What are you talking about? The reason why we have these laws is because that's all y'all see. That's all y'all see. This country would be great, but that's all y'all see. You guys find ways to divide people. Always. It's just this lineage of evil who's a lineage of evil. So when it comes to color, in some regards, you're right. It doesn't matter. A coon's a coon. It doesn't matter if you married it into a coon or you're a coon yourself. What are we talking about? So it has nothing to do with the white people or a white woman or a white man because we see this with Tatum and we see this with you and we see this with Candace. That's a black man and a black woman. Both, I would argue, that most black people would not co-sign. So, I don't know. Live your life. Nevertheless, hope you guys enjoy the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment. Let me know what you guys think and subscribe. And that fun stuff. Till next time, guys, be amazing. Why y'all get treated differently? Well, hold on. How is this happening? Oh.